Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kubrali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
Charges laid after man allegedly stole Toronto police cruiser with 2 dogs inside. Global epidural shortage hits Toronto hospitals. Ontario government promises parents another payout in retabled budget. First West Nile virus positive mosquitoes of the year confirmed in Peel region. Motorcycle riding suspect allegedly robs 12 GTA gas stations fast food joints. Speed says more can be done on health staffing, offers no new solutions. Newmarket man wanted for first-degree murder after Toronto woman fatally shot. Man at center of Saskatchewan Amber Alert, a convicted child sex offender records. Man rushed to trauma center after being found with gunshot wounds at Trinity Bellwoods Park. Police identify man found with fatal gunshot wounds outside Toronto club.
Those were the headlines, and let's jump right into the details.
A 32-year-old man has been charged after allegedly stealing a Toronto police SUV with 2 dogs inside during a crime spree on Monday. Police said at 4 a.m. that day officers attended an address in the city's Bedford Park area near Yonge Street and Brookdale Avenue, north of Lawrence Avenue, for a break-and-enter in progress. According to investigators, a man approached a retail store that was closed for business and threw a rock at the glass door, causing it to shatter. This individual then allegedly entered the premises and removed a large quantity of items. Police said an officer from Toronto Police Dog Services quickly responded and located the suspect, who then started running away. The police officer then reportedly released his trained dog and they both caught up with the man, who began to resist arrest. Police said during the struggle, the officer took control of the man and placed him in handcuffs. A short time after, the suspect managed to break free and drove away in the vehicle with 2 other police dogs inside. Investigators said the suspect crashed the police vehicle near Keele Street and Lawrence Avenue East. Some parents may get direct payments from the Ontario government yet again this year. The payments, which were previously not included in the 2022 budget, were first mentioned in the government's throne speech on Tuesday afternoon. A spokesperson for the Ministry of Finance confirmed to CTV News Toronto this funding was a new addition to the budget and that details are still being finalized, including whether all parents will receive the payments or if the distribution will be more targeted. Information about eligibility as well as how much money parents can expect is expected in coming days. The funding is less than what was proposed in the 2021 budget, when the Ford government set aside $980 million to offset costs incurred by parents as a result of virtual learning. At the time, parents received $400 per child aged 0 to grade 12. Parents with children who have special needs under the age 21 received $500. Under the program, parents received $200 per child or $250 per child with special needs. This cost the Ford government an estimated $868 million. If the same parents are eligible for this round of funding, it could equal about $90 to $100 per kid. Mississauga, Brampton, and Caledon residents are being reminded to protect themselves from mosquito bites and remove any standing water from their property after the first West Nile virus positive mosquitoes of the year were confirmed in Peel region. The infected insects were recently collected from 3 traps in Brampton near the intersections of Chinguacousy Road and Williams Parkway, with Ontario Street and Steeles Avenue, and the Go Road and Contrail Boulevard. Peel's Public Health Unit monitors West Nile virus activity through 3 mosquito traps set across the region. Trapped mosquitoes are collected and tested weekly from late June to September. The health unit also surveys public areas for stagnant water that could serve as breeding sites for mosquitoes. Identified locations are treated with larvicide, they said in an August 9th news release. While the risk of acquiring the virus is low, the region of Peel is urging people to protect themselves against mosquito bites by applying a Health Canada-approved insect repellent containing an ingredient effective against mosquitoes like asbestos to exposed skin and clothing. Residents should also ensure all windows and door screens fit securely and are free of tears and holes. Police from several jurisdictions are working to identify and apprehend a motorcyclist who allegedly committed more than a dozen armed robberies across the GTA in recent weeks. The incidents happened between July 13th and August 5th and usually targeted gas stations and fast food restaurants. Investigators said the suspect typically enters a business, brandishes a gun, and demands money before fleeing the scene on a white motorcycle. The robberies were committed between the hours of 2 and 6 a.m. throughout the week. The suspect is described as a male 5'7" to 5'9" with a thin build, while the clothing he has seen wearing varies. Police said he wears a black motorcycle helmet with green accents, black gloves with white or green accents, and sunglasses. The motorcycle the suspect uses is a 2012 to 2017 white Kawasaki Ninja 300 with green writing and an aftermarket exhaust. Peel Police Central Robbery Bureau is working with Ontario Provincial Police, Toronto Police Service, and York Regional Police Service on this case. More can be done to ease health system pressures in Ontario. Premier Doug Ford's throne speech acknowledged Tuesday, but no new solutions were offered to the problem that's led to the temporary emergency room closures across the province. Ford has been premier since 2018, and the speech touted what he has already done in health, including adding thousands of hospital beds and nurses, investing in home and community care, introducing a grant to attract health professionals to rural and remote areas, and planning to build 30,000 new long-term care beds. He noted rising interest rates in response to high inflation and warned that Ontario, like the rest of the country, must be prepared for the possibility of a near-term economic slowdown. The government has indicated that a so-called strong mayor bill is coming Wednesday that would give the leaders of Toronto and Ottawa more power. The speech suggested that those powers will help it get housing built more quickly. This report by the Canadian Press was first published August 9, 2022. A 23-year-old Newmarket man is wanted for first-degree murder following a homicide in that city last month. On July 29, at about 1:30 a.m., York Regional Police were called to a home near Prospect and Gorham Streets for a report of an injured person. At the scene, officers found a 22-year-old woman with life-threatening injuries. The victim, identified as Nicole Mercer of Toronto, was rushed to the hospital where she was pronounced dead. An autopsy confirmed Mercer died of a gunshot wound. Alexander Jolly, who police said is considered armed and dangerous, is wanted for first-degree murder. A warrant has been issued for his arrest. He is described as 6'2" and 150 pounds with a thin build, a fair complexion, brown straight hair, and blue eyes. Police said anyone who sees Jolly should not approach him but instead call 911 immediately. Court records show a man believed to be at the center of an Amber Alert for 2 missing children is convicted child sex offender. The documents say 50-year-old Benjamin Martin Moore, now of East End, Saskatchewan, was convicted in 2019 for sexual interference of a minor. He was sentenced in Regina Provincial Court to 2 years and 2 months in prison. Records say he served another 3 months in jail in 2011 after he was convicted of breaching a recognizance order. RCMP say Moore is believed to be with 7-year-old Luna Potts, 8-year-old Hunter Potts, and their mother. Police issued an Amber Alert on Monday evening for the girl and the boy, saying the children may have entered the United States with Moore. Moore is described as being 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing 200 pounds with black hair. Police say Moore, the children, and their mother may be traveling in 2015 dark blue Chevrolet Equinox with the Alberta license plate CGC 2492. Police have identified a man who was fatally gunned down at a social club in Toronto early Tuesday morning. Emergency crews responded to a shooting in the area of Lawrence Avenue and Western Road just before 3:30 a.m. 2 victims were located with gunshot wounds outside the club, police said. One victim was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators identified him Tuesday afternoon as 27-year-old Gidid Mohammed of Toronto. A 37-year-old man was taken to the hospital with serious injuries, according to Toronto paramedics. No information about suspect has been released.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.